Mega Rayquaza will be soaring the skies again this weekend in Pokémon Go. But are you fully ready for this event? We're going to run through a strategy and counter guide to help you take this thing down. We're also going to look at some top tips to really help you maximize this day. But right at the end, we're going to show you why this day is unmissable. This is Mega Rayquaza Raid Day with Go With Us. Let's get time and date out of the way, guys. It's going to be taking place this Saturday, the 18th of October from 2 to 5 p.m. local time, so only a 3-hour time frame. But let's now look at our featured Raid Day Mega Pokemon, Mega Rayquaza. Mega Rayquaza is the Mega Evolved form of Rayquaza originally coming from the Hoenn region. It has a max CP of 6458, which is one of the highest in Pokemon Go. It has an attack value of 377, which is one of the best in the entire game, a defense of 210, and a stamina of 227. So overall, a very strong start. The fast attacks it has access to is going to be Dragon Tail and Air Slash, and the charge moves are going to be Aerial Ace, Ancient Power, Hurricane, which is actually a legacy move, Outrage, Breaking Swipe, which is also a legacy move, as well as Dragon Ascent. Speaking of Dragon Ascent, that is the move we really have to focus on here, because in order to Mega Evolve Rayquaza into Mega Rayquaza, you're going to need to use the speciality item, which is going to be the Meteorite. There's going to be a free timed research for all trainers, which is going to reward us with a Meteorite. Once your Rayquaza knows Dragon Ascent, it's then going to need 400 Mega Energy to Mega Evolve for the first time. On to the bonuses very quickly. The remote raid limit is going to be increased to 20 from October the 17th, which is going to be Friday at 5 p.m. all the way until Saturday, October 18th at 8 p.m. But that's going to be PDT time, so you actually have 2 days if you're going to try and raid Rayquaza. So you're actually going to get a total of 40 raids if you do this properly. Trainers will receive up to 5 free raid passes, but remember, if you don't do a raid the day before, that pass will carry over on top of the free raid pass that you get every day. So you will be able to do a total of 7 if you don't do that raid the day before. And as we know, the shiny rate for Rayquaza on this day is going to be 1 in 10, so a brilliant chance at getting that Shundo. Trainers can upgrade their raid day experience for a total cost of $5, and the main rewards there are going to be an additional 8 free raid passes from spinning gym discs, which brings this total to 14 if you don't do that raid the day before. We're going to get an increased chance of rare XL candy, 50 more XP from completing these raid battles, as well as 2 times the Stardust. It's also worth mentioning that another Meteorite will be able to be obtained via this paid timed research ticket as well, so it brings our total of 2. But more importantly, whenever you complete these raids, the drop rate is extremely small, but you may get more Meteorites from every single Rayquaza raid you complete. So if you want more Meteorites, try and do as many raids as possible, and let's hope the drop rate is in your favor. If you are going to buy the ticket, please buy it through the web store so you can progress through that track system, so you can earn the points, so you can gather some premium items, but also on top of that, you will get a free premium battle pass too. Details are out of the way, but how do we take down Mega Rayquaza, and what's the easiest way to do that? Well, the best thing to always do, if we look at its base stats again, is to look at what types it resists, but more specifically, what it's weak to. It takes resisted damage from Bug, Fighting, Fire, and Water, and it double resists Grass and Ground, and it's weak to Dragon, Fairy, and Rock, but it is double weak to Ice, which means a lot of the Pokemon we will use will be Ice type. So the best fusion and Mega Pokemon you could use is going to be White Kyurem with Ice Fang and Ice Burn, Black Kyurem with Dragon Tail and Free Shock, Mega Rayquaza with Dragon Tail and Breaking Swipe, as well as Mega Gardevoir with Charm and Triple Axle. The best Shadow counters you could use are going to be Shadow Mamoswine with Powder Snow and Avalanche, Shadow Aurorus with Frost Breath and Weather Ball, Shadow Weavile with Ice Shard and Triple Axle, and Shadow Mewtwo with Psycho Cut and Ice Beam. And some budget counters, we're just going to throw in Eternatus here, not because it is a budget Pokemon, but with Dragon Tail and Dynamax Cannon, it's probably your best pick. Baxcalibur with Ice Fang and Avalanche, Satidon with Ice Shard and Avalanche, and an honorable mention for Glaceon with Frost Breath and Avalanche too. According to our research, you won't be able to solo this Pokemon, but you can definitely duo it with strong counters, but I would strongly recommend going with a party of 3 or 4, but more specifically, remember to use Party Play. This is going to double your damage in raids, especially using the right attackers with the combinations. It's going to double the damage of every single one of those ice charge moves, so you're going to be chipping away at that health as much as possible. But if you do happen to only be in a party of 2 or 3 and you're struggling to take it down, you can even use Crown Zacian's Adventure Effect, which is going to upgrade your attack on all raids done by about 10%, so it's going to give you an extra boost in damage. Once you complete your Mega Rayquaza raid, you will get an encounter with Rayquaza. That 100% IV is going to be 2191, but in weather boosted windy cloudy weather, that hundo CP, which is going to be guaranteed, is going to be 2739. There are some other great rewards coming from Mega Rayquaza raids. First of all, you can look at something like charge TMs. They come in pretty frequently after completing raids, and we're in the middle of the Legends ZA event right now, which means the starter Pokemon of that, which is going to be Chikorita, Totodile, and Tepig, going into their final evolutions. We can use a charge TM in this event to get their legacy moves of Blast Burn, Hydro Cannon, as well as Frenzy Plant. Remember though too that to evolve Galarian Yamask as well as Hisui and Quillfish, you need to complete 10 raids with each of them as your buddy. Because you're going to be doing a lot of raids on this Mega Raid Day, a great opportunity to try and evolve these Pokemon, and more than that as well, there are 2 other Pokemon which require Dragon types to evolve. To get Applin into Hydrapple, you do need to catch 7 Dragon type Pokemon with Diplin as your buddy, and the same with Poipole. You do need to catch a certain number of Dragon type Pokemon to evolve Poipole into Naganadel. Now it's time for our top tips, and we're going to start off with candy gains. It's very important to mention right now, as we're going to discuss in a little bit, Mega Rayquaza is something you definitely want to get the candy as well as the XL candy for. So the best thing you can do is have a Mega level 3 flying type Pokemon out, and the best one you could use, of course, is going to be Mega Rayquaza if you do have it. Remember that a Mega Pokemon at level 3 is going to grant you 25% extra chance at getting XL candy. So if you pair this with using a Pineapple Berry or a Silver Pineapple Berry on this day, you're going to get 6 candy if you use a Pineapple Berry, and if you use a Silver Pineapple Berry, you're gonna get 7. On top of the Mega Evolution bonus, you could get about 8 or 9 candy per catch, and I want you guys to pair this as well with another thing, which is going to be White Kyurem's Ice Burn effect, which is going to increase the catch rate by 50%, but it's also going to slow down the ring, so you get a great chance at landing that excellent throw, which is going to be imperative on these days because you really want to try and blow through and catch as many of these Rayquaza as possible so you can accumulate the candy. With these 3 things combined, it's going to be your best chance at maximizing the candy as well as making it as easy to catch as possible. Tip number 2 is to have your buddy Pokemon at least at great buddy level so you can get access to the bounce back effect. I can't tell you how many times we've wasted balls on doing Mega or Legendary raids because the Pokemon knocks our ball away, but there is a chance that your buddy is going to bounce back that ball. So if it was an excellent throw and the Rayquaza knocks it away, it will become an excellent throw on the bounce back feature. This is huge to not waste balls. We have all that out of the way, but the main question remains: how good is Mega Rayquaza in 2025, and is this day even worth raiding? Well, let's start off as a raid attacker. Guys, in the flying type category right now, Mega Rayquaza as well as Rayquaza are taking the top 1 and 2 spots, but just have a look at these stats. The DPS on Mega Rayquaza with Dragon Ascent, which of course is going to be that move we can only get from a Meteorite, is going to be 39.55. Guys, that is almost off the chart, and even if we look at its TDO, it's literally double of Rayquaza at over 1000, making this Pokemon undoubtedly the best flying type attacker maybe forever in Pokemon Go. And in the Dragon type category, it's only falling just under Eternatus with Dragon Tail and Breaking Swipe. Of course, you will need an Elite Charge TM for that Breaking Swipe, and its DPS is only slightly below, as well as its TDO, which pretty much brings this Pokemon on the exact same level as Eternatus. But remember, Eternatus is going to take a lot more candy and a lot more raids to fully max out, and that's only if you have the hundo, which I know a lot of people don't. Mega Rayquaza is definitely a lot more accessible. We've had multiple raid days, and this is another one to accumulate the candy and XL candy, and we've shown you how to do that. And remember, every single in-person raid you do, you will get a guaranteed 3 XL candy. So with the Mega level 3 bonus, you may get up to 5, 6, or even 7 if you're very lucky. If we look in the Go Battle League right now, unfortunately, this is one area where Rayquaza just doesn't stack up that well. It's currently, as of recording this video, ranked 163 with that XL candy. You will need Breaking Swipe on this Pokemon, but just simply because there are other Dragon types with more bulky stats, particularly in the Master League, it's just not going to stack up against some of the others, and there are a lot of fairy types which can counter this Pokemon too. So to answer the final question, absolutely, this day is absolutely unmissable. Mega Rayquaza is one of the best Pokemon in the entire game, but remember, we're in the middle of the Legends ZA event right now, which we're going to leave as the end screen, as well as next week in Pokemon Go. Everything you really want to know. Make sure there's something in there that you're not thinking about or you do not want to miss. Guys, this is Go With Us with Mega Rayquaza. Appreciate you being here. Smash that like and subscribe button. We really packed this video and try to make it best for you. Love you guys. Go with us, and we'll catch you in the next one, baby.